The old woman's hands trembled as she clutched the worn, leather-bound Bible. It was the same Bible her husband Samuel had carried with him to the war, its pages filled with his hurried, hopeful notes. For 60 years, she had read it every night, a silent conversation with the man she had loved and lost. She was in her late 80s now, her home filled with the ghosts of her past. She could see Samuel in the rocking chair, hear his deep laugh as he read to their children, feel the warmth of his hand in hers. But time had not healed the deepest wound, the bitter argument they had the morning he left, over something trivial or broken teacup, a harsh word. He had walked out and she never saw him again. She had lived a life of service to the Lord, raising their children to be good people, giving to the poor, and volunteering at the church. Yet her heart remained burdened. She could not forgive herself for that last, unforgiving moment. One quiet afternoon, her great-granddaughter, a spirited girl named Lily, found her crying softly by the window. "Grandma, what's wrong?" she asked, her small hand on the old woman's knee. The old woman, whose name was Elara, sighed. "I can't forgive myself, child. I had one last chance to tell your great-grandfather I loved him, and I wasted it on anger." Lily, with the simple wisdom of a child, picked up the Bible. She ran her fingers over a page that was marked with a faded brown stain. "What's this?" she asked. Elara's eyes widened. She had seen that stain 1,000 times, but never truly looked at it. It was on a page from the book of John, a passage she had read countless times. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." Lily, tracing the stain, said, "It looks like a tear." Lara's breath caught in her throat. She looked closer. The stain was indeed a tear-dried brownish drop that had fallen directly onto the words of love. And written in the margin, in Samuel's familiar, steady hand, were 3 tiny words, almost faded to nothing: "I love you." The message had been there all along, hidden in plain sight, a silent witness to a love that had never faltered. Samuel had not left in anger. He had left her a final, loving message, a testament to his unending affection and his faith in their love. The tear was not from sorrow, but from the powerful emotion of leaving his family. In that moment, peace so profound she thought her heart would burst filled Elara. She had spent a lifetime seeking forgiveness from God and herself, unaware that the one she needed it from had already given it. The burden she had carried for 6 decades, a weight heavier than any cross, was finally lifted. She looked at her great-granddaughter and smiled, a radiant, joyful smile that seemed to erase the wrinkles of time. "He never stopped loving me," she whispered, her voice filled with wonder. "He never stopped loving me at all." Elara lived for another 2 years, but they were the 2 happiest of her life. She was a living testament to the power of faith and the enduring nature of love, a love that she now knew was waiting for her, just on the other side. She had found her peace, not through a grand miracle, but in the quiet, dusty corner of an old Bible, in a single, tear-stained word that proved love's forgiveness is eternal.